Hello student, in today's class we are going to discuss mensuration part 2. Now there is a disclaimer, the images, text and other material used in our presentation are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners. If you are the owner and have any concern or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the same. Now see the question. Question says that the side of a hexagon is 4 centimeter. The side of a square is 4 root 2 centimeter. Find the ratio of their areas. And this question is asked in SSC MTS exam 2019. So there are 4 options. First one is 3 root 3 ratio 2. Second is 2 root 3 ratio 1. Third one is root 3 by 2 ratio 1. And fourth one is 3 root 3 ratio 4. Now you have 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution of this question. So question says that the side of a regular hexagon is 4 centimeters. So we can calculate the area because in a regular hexagon there are 6 equilateral triangles and the side of the square we have. So we can calculate the area of the square, which is side square, and we make the ratio. So the correct answer of this question is fourth one, which is 3 root 3 ratio 4. Now see the detailed solution using concept 18.12.1. Given that side of a hexagon is 4 centimeter and the side of the square is 4 root 2 centimeter. Now the area of the hexagon is 6 into area of the equilateral triangle, 6 equilateral triangle. So we use the formula of equilateral triangle and multiply by 6, then we get the area of hexagon. So 6 into 3 root 3 by 4, a square, a is side. So put the value of side. So we get 6 into root 3 by 4 into 4 into 4. So 4 will be cancelled out. Then we get 6 into 4, which becomes 24. So 24 root 3 is the area of a regular hexagon. Now we can calculate the area of the square, a square, or we can say the side square. So 4 root 2 multiplying by 4 root 2, we get 32. Now make the ratio. So the required ratio will become 24 root 3 ratio 32. So we simplifying it and we get 8 dividing 24 and 32 both. So we get 3 root 3 ratio 4. So fourth one is the correct answer of this question. Next one. The area of a triangle is 15 square centimeter and the radius of its incircle is 3 centimeter. Its perimeter is equals to, and this question is asked in SSC CGL exam 2019. So there are 4 options. First one is 12 centimeter, second is 20 centimeter, third one is 10 centimeter, and fourth one is 5 centimeter. Now you have 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution of this question. So the question says that the area of triangle is 15 square centimeter and radius of its incircle is 3 centimeter. So we need to calculate the perimeter. So we can use the formula and calculate it. So the correct answer of this question is third one, which is 10 centimeter. Now see the detailed solution of this question. So given that the area of triangle, which is 15 centimeter square, in radius of the triangle is 3 centimeter. So in radius we know that area of triangle upon semi-perimeter. Now we calculate the semi-perimeter because we have radius in radius and area of triangle. So we can calculate the semi-perimeter. So it will become 3 equals to 15 upon s, or we can say that s become 5. Now we know that S represented the semi-perimeter. It means sum of all 3 sides by dividing by 2. So if we need to calculate the perimeter, just multiplying 2. So 2 into S will become the perimeter of the triangle. So 5 into 2, become 10 centimeter is the correct answer. So third one is the correct answer of this question. Next one. If the length of the base and hypotenuse of a right angled triangle is 9 centimeter and 41 centimeter respectively, what is the area of triangle? And this question is asked in SSC MTS exam in 2019. So there are four options. First one is 190 centimeter square. Second is 210 square centimeter. Third one is 170 square centimeter. And fourth one is 180 square centimeter. Now you have 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time is up. Let's see the solution of this question. So the question says that length of the base of the triangle and hypotenuse of a right angle triangle is given, which is 9 and 41. So by using the Pythagoras theorem, we can calculate the perpendicular length, because we have the length of base and we have the hypotenuse. So we can calculate it. Then we can calculate easily area of the triangle, 1 by 2 into base into height formula. So the correct answer of this question is fourth one, which is 180 square centimeter. Now see the detailed solution using concept 18.5 in this question. So given that base is 9 centimeter, hypotenuse is 41 centimeter. So we can let it perpendicular length is our as a x. So we can calculate it. So we get the value of x by the Pythagoras theorem is under root 41 square minus 9 square, which becomes 40 centimeter. Now we need to calculate the area. So we use the formula 1 by 2 into base into height. So 1 by 2 into 9 into 40. So 2 cancel out 40 20 times. So 20 into 9, it become 180. So we get 180 square centimeter. Fourth one is the correct answer of this question. Next one. ABCD is a parallelogram. P and Q are the midpoint of its side BC and CD respectively. If the area of triangle ABC is 12 centimeter square, then the area of APQ is, and there are four options of this question. First one is 9 square centimeter, second is 12 square centimeter, third is 10 square centimeter, fourth one is 8 square centimeter. Now you have 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution of this question. So question says that ABCD is a parallelogram. P and Q are the midpoint of the side BC and CD. It is also given that. So parallelogram opposite sides are parallel and equally to each other. And midpoint are given of BC and CD respectively. And it is also given that the area of triangle ABC is 12 square centimeter. So we need to calculate the area of APQ. So we can calculate it. So the correct answer of this question is first one, which is 9 square centimeter. Now see the detailed solution of this question. So P and Q are the midpoint of the sides BC and CD. So this is the diagram of a parallelogram ABCD, and it is given that P is the midpoint of BC. P and Q are the midpoint, so we let it as a Q as a midpoint of BC and P as a midpoint of CD. So question says that if the area of triangle ABC, which is given that A, B and C, the area is 12 square centimeter, we need to calculate the area which is A, P and Q. So we can calculate it. Now we know that the area of triangle ABC is 12 square centimeter, which is half of the parallelogram. So we know that APQ become 3 by 8 of the area of the whole parallelogram, and we know the half of the area of the parallelogram ABC. So we can say that APQ, area of APQ triangle become 3 by 8 into 2 times of triangle ABC, because half is 12. So total will become 2 times of area of triangle ABC. So we can calculate it 3 by 8 into 2 into 12. So when we dividing it, 4 2s are 8 and 4 3s are 12. 2 will be cancelled out. So 3 multiplying by 3, we get the area of triangle APQ, which is 9 square centimeter. So we get the area which is 9 square centimeter. So first one is the correct answer of this question. Next one. In a triangle ABC, A angle A is 90 degree, AB equals to 16 centimeter, AC equals to 12 centimeter. D is the midpoint of AC and DE is perpendicular to BC at E. What is the area in square centimeter of triangle DEC? And this question is asked in SSC CPO exam 2019. So there are four options. First one is 7.68 square centimeter. Second is 8.64 square centimeter. Third one is 5.76 square centimeter. And fourth one is 6.25 square centimeter. Now you have 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution of this question. So question says that triangle ABC angle A is 90 degree and it is also given that AB equals to 16 centimeter and AC equals to 12 centimeter. So we need to calculate BC by using the Pythagoras theorem. So we can calculate it. Now it is also given that D is the midpoint on AC and DE is perpendicular to CB. So we need at E. So what is the area of triangle DEC? So we can calculate it. So the correct answer of this question is second one, which is 8.64 square centimeter. Now see the detailed solution of this question. So it is clear that the triangle ABC is a right angle triangle. So the diagram will become like that. E is the midpoint on BC according to question. At E, DE is perpendicular to BC. So when we make the diagram, so it will become like that. Now question says that AB is given, which is 16 centimeter. This is 16 centimeter and AC is given, which is 12 centimeter. And D is the midpoint on AC. So we can say that AD is 6 and this is also 6. Now we need to calculate the area of DEC. So we can calculate it. So the triangle CAB and CED both are similar because one angle is 90 degree and C is common. So we can say that both the triangles are similar. So the angle CAB and angles CED both are 90 degree according to question. Now angle C are the same, common angle in both the triangles. So it's automatically angle CBA and angle CDE will be equal to each other. Now when triangle are similar, then we can say that the area of the triangle of CED and the area of triangles ABC, or we can say that CAB, become ratio of the sides of the square of the sides. So it will become 6 by 20 whole square. Now we can simplifying it. Area of the triangle CED we need to calculate, and we can calculate the area of the triangle ABC, which is 1 by 2 into 12 into 16, because we have the perpendicular length and we have the base, which is equals to, when we squaring the sides ratio, so it will become 36 upon 400. Now when we simplifying it, what we get? We get the area of triangle CED upon 96, which becomes equals to 36 upon 400. Now we can simplifying it and we get the area of triangle CED. So the area of the triangle CED become 36 multiplying by 96 upon 400. So when we simplifying it, we get the area of triangle DEC, which is 8.64 square centimeter. So second is the correct answer of this question. Next one. The lateral surface area of a cylinder is 352 square centimeter. If its height is 7 centimeter, then its volume in cubic centimeter is, take pi as a 22 by 7. And this question is asked in SSC CGL Tier 2 exam in 2019. So there are four options of this question. First one is 1408 cubic centimeter. Second is 1078 cubic centimeter. Third one is 1243 cubic centimeter. And fourth one is 891 cubic centimeter. Now you have 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution of this question. So question says that the lateral surface area of a cylinder is given, which is 2 pi rh. We know that lateral surface area formula is 2 pi rh, and where h is given, which is 7 centimeter. So first we calculate 2 pi rh by using formula. We need to calculate radius. Then we can calculate the volume of the cylinder, which is pi r square h. So the correct answer of this question is first one, which is 1408 cubic centimeter. Now see the detailed solution using concept 18.19.1 and 18.19.2. Given that h equals to 7 centimeter, so lateral surface area is given, or we can say that curved surface area, which is 352 square centimeter. So we know that the formula of the lateral surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi rh. So we can compare it. So when we comparing it, we get 352 equals to 2 into 22 upon 7 into r into 7. Height is given, which is 7 centimeter. So 7 will be cancelled out, and 2 into 42 dividing 352, we get the radius. So we get the radius equals to 352 upon 2 into 22. Now when we divide it, we get the radius, which is 8 centimeter. Now we can calculate the volume, which is pi r square h. So 22 upon 7 into 8 into 8 into 7. So 7 into 7, 7 will be cancelled out. 8 into 8, 64, multiplying by 22, we get the volume. So when we multiplying it, we get 1408 cubic centimeter. So first one is the correct answer of this question. Next one. The length of tangent drawn from an external part of the circle R, and this question is asked in SSC CHSL exam in 2020. So there are four options. First one is not equal, second is equal, third is parallel, and fourth one is perpendicular. Now you have 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution. So this question is a conceptual question. Question says that the length of tangents drawn from an external part of the circle. So the correct answer of this question is second, which is equal. Tangents are equal. Now see the detailed solution. So question says that if we draw two tangents from any point, from any external point to the circle, so here PA and PB are two tangents drawn from a next point P. So we can see that in this diagram, PA and PB. So these tangents are always equals to each other. It means PB is always equals to length of the PA. So we can say that both tangents are equal. It means PA equals to PB. So the second is the correct answer of this question. Next one. The length of the diagonal of a rectangle is 26 centimeter and one side is 10 centimeter. The area of the rectangle is, and this question is asked in SSC MTS exam 2019. So there are four options. First one is 300 square centimeter, second is 400 square centimeter, third one is 320 square centimeter, and fourth one is 240 square centimeter. Now you have 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution of this question. So question says that the length of the diagonal of a rectangle is 26 centimeter and one side is given. So we can calculate the second side, because in a rectangle there are two right angle triangle, and hypotenuse of this for a right angle triangle is given and one side is 10. So by using the Pythagoras theorem we can calculate the next side, and then we can calculate the area of the rectangle by using the formula length into breadth. So the correct answer of this question is fourth one, which is 240 square centimeter. Now see the detailed solution using concept 18.2.3 and 18.2.1 in this question. We know that diagonal of a rectangle is under root L square plus B square. So by using the formula of the diagonal, we can calculate the next side. So 26 equals to under root 10 square plus B square, or we can say that 26 into 26 is equals to 100 plus B square when we squaring both the sides. So 26 square becomes 676, and which is equals to 100 plus B square. Now we can subtract it, we get the value of B, which becomes 576 equals to B square. So we get the B, which is 24, because 576 is the square of 24. So we get the breadth. Now we can calculate the area, which is length into breadth. So the area of rectangle is L into B. By using the formula 24 into 10, we get the area of rectangle, which is 240 square centimeter. So fourth one is the correct answer of this question. Next one. The radius of a cylinder is increased by 150% and its height is decreased by 20%. What is the percentage increase in its volume? And this question is asked in SSC CPO 2019 exam. So there are four options. First one is 500%, second is 80%, third one is 600%, and fourth one is 400%. Now you have 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution of this question. So question says that the radius of the cylinder is increased by 150% and its height is decreased by 20%. So we need to calculate the percentage increase in volume. Now we know that the area volume of the cylinder is pi r square into h. So first we let the radius and then increase it by 50%, and we let the height, and height is decreased by 20%. So first we calculate by the using the radius and height, which are we taking, letting it, and then we use it increased radius and increased height to calculate the volume. Then we make the, when we take the difference and calculate the percentage increase in the volume. So the correct answer of this question is fourth one, which is 400%. Now see the detailed solution using concept 18.19 in this question. So we know that the volume of cylinder is pi r square into h. So first we let radius as a 2 unit. So new radius will become 5 unit because it is increased by 150%. So 3 unit it is increased, so it will become 5 unit. Same way, height if is 5, so it is decreased by 20%. So it will become new height is 4 unit. Now when we calculate volume, we get pi r square h, ratio pi r square h. So we can say that pi will be cancel out. R square into h, r square into h, what will become? R square 2 2s are 4 into h 5, which becomes area, volume become 20 cubic centimeter. Same way, new volume of the cylinder become 5 square into 4. So 5 square 25 into 4 become 100. Now we can clearly see that the new volume is 4 times of the previous volume. So required percentage will become 100 minus 20 upon 20 into 100. So we get the percentage increase. So the percentage increase when we simplifying it, we get 400%. So fourth one is the correct answer of this question. Next one. A circular park whose diameter is 210 meter has a 5 meter wide path running around it on the outside. What is the area in square meter of the path? And this question is asked in SSC CPO exam in 2019. So there are four options. First one is 1100 pi, second is 1020 pi, third one is 1050 pi, and fourth one is 1075 pi. Now you have 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution of this question. So it is given that the circular park whose diameter is given, which is 210 meter, it means radius will become dividing by 2, so 105. Now the question says that has a 5 meter wide path running around it on the outside. So it means there will be two circle will become. First one is in radius become 105 and outer circle radius become 110. Then we can calculate the area, and taking the difference between them we get the area of the path. So the correct answer of this question is fourth one, which is 1075 pi square meter is the correct answer. Now see the detailed solution using concept 18.15. So the given that diameter is 210 meter. So radius will become 105 meter when we dividing by 2. Now we can see the diagram. So 110 become the outer radius. We can let it as a capital R, and 105 is a small radius. We take it as a inner radius of the ground. So by using the formula, area will become pi r capital R square minus pi r small r square. So we can take pi common. We get capital R square minus small r square. So just put the value pi into 110 square minus 105 square. So what we get? We get pi into 110 minus 105 into 110 plus 105 by using the a square minus b square, a plus b into a minus b. So we get pi into 5 into 215. Now when we multiplying it, we get 1075 pi is the our correct answer. This is the square meter. Now fourth one is the correct answer of this question. Next one. A spherical metallic cell with 6 cm external radius, weight 6688 gram. What is the thickness of the sheet if the density of the metal is 10.5 gram per cubic cubic centimeter, and we can let value of pi as a 22 by 7, and this question is asked in SSC CGL Tier 2 exam in 2020. So there are four options. First one is 2 centimeter, second is 3 centimeter, third one is 2.5 centimeter, and fourth one is 4 centimeter. Now you have 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution of this question. So question says that a spherical metallic cell with 6 centimeter external radius, weight 6688 gram. Now the question is, what is the thickness of the sheet if the density of the metal is 10.5 gram per cubic centimeter? So we can calculate it by using the formula. Now the correct answer of this question is first one, which is 2 centimeter. Now see the detailed solution of this question. So we know that density is equals to mass upon volume. So volume become mass upon density. We can say that. Now we know that mass is 6688 upon 10.5 density. So volume formula of spherical metallic cube metallic shell will become, we know that 4 by 3 pi r cube. Now this is the hollow spherical. So there will be two radius. So 4 by 3 pi capital R cube minus small r cube, and capital R we know that, which is 6 centimeter. It is given in the question. So we can compare it by the volume. So volume is 6688 upon 10.5 equals to 4 by 3 into 22 by 7, and 6 cube is 216 minus small r cube. So when we simplifying it, we get 216 minus r cube is equals to 152. Now we can calculate it. So we get the radius, which is 4 centimeter. Now we can calculate the thickness, because we have the external radius, which is 6 centimeter, internal radius 4 centimeter. So the thickness will be 6 minus 4, which is 2 centimeter. So the thickness will become capital R minus small r. So 6 minus 4 become 2 centimeter. So first one is the correct answer of this question. Next one. If the length of a rectangle is increased by 40% and breadth is decreased by 20%, then the area of rectangle is increased by x%. Need to calculate the value of x is. And this question is asked in SSC CGL 2020 exam. So there are four options. First one is 18, second is 8, third one is 20, and fourth one is 12%. Now you have 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution of this question. So question says that if the length of a rectangle is increased by 40% and breadth is decreased by 20%. So need to calculate the area of the rectangle is increased by x% and what is the value of x. So we can say that if the length is 10 centimeter, so it is increased by 40%, so it will become 14. And if breadth is 10 centimeter, or we can say that something else, so it will become less by 2. So if we let it as a 10, so it will become 8 centimeter. Now we can calculate it and we get the value of x, because we know that the formula of the rectangle, area of the rectangle is L into B. So the correct answer of this question is fourth one, which is 12%. Now see the detailed solution of this question. So using the fraction formula x plus y plus xy upon 100, we can directly calculate it. So overall increase in area will become 40 minus 20 plus minus 20 into 40 upon 100. So we get 20 minus 8, which is equals to 12% increase, because this is the positive value. So we can directly calculate it, which is 12% increase. Fourth one is the correct answer of this question. Next one. A cylindrical vessel of diameter 32 centimeter is partially filled with water. A solid metallic sphere of radius 12 centimeter is dropped into it. What will be the increase in the level of water in the vessel in centimeter? And this question is asked in SSC CGL exam 2022. So there are four options. First one is 72 centimeter, second is 27 centimeter, third one is 9 centimeter, and fourth one is 2.25 centimeter. Now you have 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution of this question. So question says that a cylindrical vessel of diameter 32 centimeter is partially filled with water. So we can calculate the volume of the cylinder by using the formula of pi r square h. Cylindrical vessel. So now the question says that a solid metallic sphere. We know that the metallic sphere volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube, and radius is given, which is 12 centimeter, is dropped into the cylindrical vessel. So question is, what will be the increase in the level of water is the vessel in centimeter? So we can calculate it. So the correct answer of this question is third one, which is 9 centimeter. Now see the detailed solution using concept 18.23 and 18.19 in this question. So the diameter of the cylinder is 32. So the radius will become 16 centimeter. So the radius of the sphere is also given, that which is 12 centimeter. Now the volume of the sphere, we know that 4 by 3 pi r cube. So we can calculate it, 4 by 3 into r into 12 into 12 into 12. So 4 by 3 into pi into r, we have the value. So volume of the sphere will become 4 by 3 into pi into 12 into 12 into 12, which becomes 6 pi into, because 3 will cancel out. So we can say that 3 dividing 12 by 4 times. So 4 into 4 becomes 16. Now pi into 16 into 12 into 12. So level, increase in level of water is h of the cylinder. We can let it as a h. So the volume of displaced water is equals to the volume of the sphere. This is our first equation. So we can say that now the volume of the cylinder is pi r1 square into h, which is equals to pi into 16 into 16 into h. We can say that because we have the radius. Now according to equation 1, we can say that the pi r square h, which is pi into 16 into 12 into 12, which is equals to 16 into 16 h equals to pi will be cancelled out. So 16 into 12 into 12. Now 16 will be cancelled out, and when we simplifying it, what we get the value of h, which is 9 centimeter. So the level of the water is increased by 9 centimeter. Third one is the correct answer of this question. Next one. The height and slant height of a conical vessel are 12 centimeter and 13 centimeter respectively. The capacity of the vessel is, use pi equals to 3.14, and this question is asked in SSC CGL 2022 exam. So there are 4 options. First one is 0.314 liter, second is 0.5 liter, third one is 0.523 liter, and fourth one is 0.298 liter. Now you have 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution of this question. So the question says that height and slant height of a conical vessel are 12 and 13 centimeter. It is given in the question. So we need to calculate the capacity of the vessel. So first we need to calculate the radius of the conical vessel. Then we can calculate the volume of the conical vessel. So the correct answer of this question is first one, which is 0.314 liter. Now see the detailed solution using concept 18.21.1 and 18.21.2 in this question. So h is given 12 centimeter, L is given 13 centimeter. So we can calculate the radius. Radius is under root L square minus h square. So under root 13 square minus 12 square, we get the value of r, which is 5 centimeter. Now we can calculate the volume. So the volume of the conical vessel become 1 by 3 pi r square into h. So 1 by 3 into 3.14 into 5 into 5 into 12. So when we simplifying it, we get 314 cubic centimeter. Now we need to calculate in liter form. So we know that 1000 liter equals to 1000 cubic centimeters equals to 1 liter. So just divide it. So 314 cubic centimeter divided by 1000, we get into liter, which is equals to 0.314 liter. So first one is the correct answer of this question. Next one. If the base radius of two cylinders are in the ratio 3:4 and their height are in the ratio of 4:9, then the ratio of their volume is, and this question is asked in SSC CGL 2020 exam. So there are 4 options. First one is 2:1, second is 1:4, third one is 1:2, and fourth one is 4:1. Now you have 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution of this question. So question says that if the base radius of two cylinder are given in the form of ratio which is 3:4 and their height ratio is also given which is 4:9. So we can make the ratio of their volumes, then we get our answer by using the formula pi r square into h. So the correct answer of this question is first one, which is 1:4. Now see the detailed solution using concept 18.19.1 in this question. So given that R1 ratio R2 is 3:4, H1 ratio H2 is 4:9. So we can say that the volume of the cylinder 1 upon volume of the cylinder 2 become pi R1 square into H1 upon pi R2 square into H2. So put the value 3 into 3 into 4, because r square into h, pi will be cancelled out. So it will become only r1 square into h upon r2 square into h2. So 3 into 3 into 4 upon 4 into 4 into 9. So 3 3s are 9, 9 will be cancelled out, 4 will be cancelled out. So we get the ratio 1 upon 4. So the ratio of the volume of the cylinder 1 and 2 become 1:4. So second is the correct answer of this question. Next one. Diagonal of a cube is 6 root 3 centimeter. Ratio of its total surface area and volume numerically is. And this question is asked in SSC CHSL 2012 exam. So there are four options. First one is 2:1, second is 1:6, third one is 1:1, and fourth one is 1:2. Now you have 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution of this question. So question says that the diagonal of a cube is given, which is 6 root 3. Now the ratio of the total surface area and the volume. So by using the formula of the diagonal of the cube, we get the side. And when we get the side, we can calculate the total surface area and the volume of the cube. And we make the ratio between them. So the correct answer of this question is third one, which is 1:1. Now see the detailed solution using concept 18.17 in this question. So we know that diagonal of a cube is a root 3, or we can say that side root 3. So we can compare it. A equals to side. So 6 root 3 equals to a root 3. So get the value of a, which is 6 centimeter. So we get a equals to 6. Now we can calculate the total surface area and the volume. So the ratio is total surface area ratio volume become cube 6a square ratio a cube. So we know that what we get? We get 6 ratio a only, because a square will be cancelled out to a cube. So from right hand side we only become a, and in left side 6 is rest. So we know that a is 6. So both side become 6:6. Now cancel out. So we get the ratio which is 1:1. So third one is the correct answer of this question. Next one. The area of the base of a right circular cone is 400 pi and its height is 15 centimeter. The curved surface area of the cone is, and this question is asked in SSC CGL 2019 exam. So there are four options. First one is 480 pi, second is 500 pi, third one is 400 pi, fourth one is 560 pi. Now you have 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution of this question. So the question says that the area of the base of right circular cone, which is given that 400 pi, and its height is also given, which is 15 centimeters. So we need to calculate the curved surface area of the cone. So we can calculate it by using the formula. So the correct answer of this question is second one, which is 500 pi. Now see the detailed solution using concept 18.21 in this question. So the base of cone, we always know that the base of cone and cylinder is circle. So the area of base, which is given that 400 pi, we can compare it pi r square. So we get the value of r. So pi will be cancelled out. So we get the radius, which is 20 centimeter, because r square equals to 400. So r we get 20 centimeter. So we need to calculate the slant height. Now we have the radius, we have height. So we can calculate the slant height because we need to calculate the curved surface area, and the formula of the curved surface area of cone is pi r L. So we can calculate L. So we get the L, which is under root 225 plus 400 becomes 600 under root 625, which is equals to 25. Now the curved surface area, or we can say that lateral surface area of cone, is pi r L. Now just put the value pi into 20 into 25. When we simplifying it, we get 500 pi. So second is the correct answer of this question. Next one. The ratio of the total surface area and volume of the sphere is 2:7. So find the radius. Its radius is, and this question is asked in SSC CPU exam in 2020. So there are 4 options. First one is 7 centimeter, second is 10 centimeter, third one is 10.5 centimeter, and fourth one is 7.5 centimeter. Now you have 10 seconds to analyze the question. Your time start now. Now time's up. Let's see the solution of this question. So question says that the ratio of the total surface area and the volume of the sphere. So we know that total surface area of the sphere is 4 pi r square, and the volume is of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So we make the relation between them and we calculate it. So the correct answer of this question is third one, which is 10.5 centimeter radius. Now see the detailed solution using concept 18.23.1 and 18.23.2 in this question. So it is given that total surface area ratio volume is 2:7. Now we just put the formula of total surface area and the volume of the sphere formula. So we get the total surface area of the sphere upon volume of the sphere become 4 pi r square upon 4 by 3 pi r cube, which is equals to 2 upon 7. Now we can cancel out. So we get pi will be cancel out. 4 will be cancel out. 3 will be going to in numerator part. So it will become r square will be cancel out to r cube. So what we get? We get 3 by r is equals to 2 by 7. Now we can calculate it r. So we get r equals to 7 into 321 by 2. So when we simplifying it, we get the value of r, which is 10.5 centimeter. So third one is the correct answer of this question. Thank you.